So in this video, I thought I would show you guys one of the things that I enjoy a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do, and it's to sketch in ink. You know, I think sometimes people get intimidated by working ink because it's unforgiving. Once you make a mark, that's it. But I think that is the very thing, ironically enough, that actually makes it fun. And it's the fact that, I think the best way to use it is to free yourself from feeling committed to making mistakes or not being able to correct the mistakes. And that's why one of the main things I generally teach or encourage with sketching with ink is to move really fast. Okay, make your pen move beyond the rate that you're comfortable moving. Okay, most people will tend to slow down and want to make things perfect, and will not necessarily want to play around. And that's the opposite, I think, of what makes pen and ink so fun. It's the fact that it's good to move beyond your comfortable pace. Okay, and really explore with it and have fun. And I'll just show you just some of the things. Like, for example, if I were doing a portrait, and right now I have some pictures, just random pictures, and that's the thing, you can take a little pad with you like I generally do. Like, I have a pad here that I generally carry around with me, and I just make studies and drawings and stuff. And it's what I do. Like, sometimes I'll just see I may see a hand, or I'll see a head, for example. And I just work really. I don't work super fast, where I have literally no control over what I'm doing. But I generally make sure that I work at a pace faster than what I'm comfortable with. Because, in other words, I push myself out of my comfort zone, and it's very important that you do that. Don't allow yourself to slow down where you start going over stuff and correcting. And once you make a mark, you leave it. And that's the thing. You just constantly keep moving. Like, this is how I generally go about it. And and I'd force myself to be okay with that. And then I'll just move on to something. Because the thing is, when you force yourself to work at a certain pace, it's very liberating, and you also force yourself to focus on just essential stuff. And the thing is, what you realize is, the faster you work, the more you start focusing on stuff that has more to do with design. Okay? You start focusing on lines, you start focusing on shapes, you start focusing on composition. You may exaggerate the form of something just to be able to capture a certain feel or rhythm that you capture. All right, and those are the things that you work with. But it's really a fun medium. It's very liberating. I generally encourage people to do their best to just work fast. And that's the thing. It's almost like, if I would liken it to anything else, it's almost like being a roller coaster ride. Like, you're going so fast, you're not in control of. It's like you get a weird kind of a rush because you have no control over the pen. But it's in your control, but not really. And that's the fun thing about it. You just keep going. Wherever the pen goes, that's where you go. Right? If things are exaggerated, it doesn't matter. If things are, if it doesn't look right, that's not your concern. Don't be concerned with details and how things look and stuff like that. You just have fun with it. Just have fun with making, fun lines and stuff like that. See, just have fun with it. It doesn't have to be anything that It's almost like you're defying the part of your brain that wants to make sense of everything. You're kind of like just breaking the rules, you know. And I generally do it when I want to free myself up a little bit before I start a drawing, or or even just carrying it around with me just to make you know general observations of things that I see. It's really good practice. And and another good thing about it is that it refines your sense of proportion. After a while of doing it more and more, you find that your measurements are becoming more and more on point. Like, you don't have to worry too much about, will I get this shape right? Will I get this measurement right? That's not your concern. But surprisingly, you find that your body will just catch it. In some magical way, your arms or your hand will just start making the right measurements for you. It's really weird. I can't explain how it happens, but it does. You just have fun. You just draw anything you see. I always take my a pad around me with me and just use. I wouldn't necessarily recommend any specific type of. I just use microns, but I would say, because I use whatever I have. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. Something that allows the ink to flow really quickly, and doesn't slow you up in any way, and that's what you do. Just work with something that enables you to have fun, whatever it is. And I just draw anything that I see. I draw it. It could be a foot, it could, like, whatever it is, I draw it. And the key is to just keep your pen moving. Don't stop moving. I always have a pen and pad with me that I take around with me, and that's the way I generally work. I just see things, and it doesn't even matter where you start, really. But just have fun, and the more you do it, the more liberating you'll. There are times when I just do this thing for hours, and I just do it nonstop. And you learn how to be economical. Say more with less, and that's a very important thing to learn, because a lot of times you find that that's what a lot of people struggle with. They struggle with not knowing when to stop. When is enough? And the more you do it, the more you realize, like, oh my God, I can say so much with so little. And don't worry about, are the lines perfect? Are they not? Just draw. Just let your pen move and have fun. Just have fun. That's it. I have had many ideas come from doing drawings like these, And every now and again, of course, there are going to be times where you feel like, you're going to feel like slowing down some, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, like, something may really interest me enough, and and I'll be drawing like this, and then I'll just slow down. Because I think, like, wow, I like that shape, and I think I want to spend some time on it, and I may do that, and then I'm off again. But it's really fun. It really frees you up. And notice, I just draw. I'm just drawing. Drawings are just merging into other drawings. I don't care. It's really fun and liberating to do. Just have fun. And I especially like working with drawings that generally have like interesting shadows. I generally find that I gravitate towards pictures like that. You may have your own preference. Just do whatever you feel. Like that. Sometimes with like hair, I love having fun with hair because, it's just you can play with the contour and just do whatever you want to do with it. It's like just have fun. That's pretty much it. I generally just draw anything that I see that I obviously you can see that I have a fun with doing faces, but with you it could be anything. I generally do this when I'm studying like a pose for something. If I'm trying to get an arm right, I would generally do a couple of these. I would do some really slow, then I may do some really fast, just to feel it out. Because trust me, your mind subconsciously has a very strong sense of proportion, and it's really incredible how it works. Like it just gets things right for you without even worrying about it. And you just have to learn to trust your judgment. You have to learn to trust your eyes, your hand and eye coordination. It's just for you to trust it and force yourself to be okay with less. I think it's one of the most effective ways to like really prepare yourself for doing some serious figure work or studies or anything like that. Whenever you want to loosen up yourself, it's just a really effective thing to do. It just work wonders. And just have fun with it. All right.